What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Davis of Flash Trades here, and doing a brand new series where I go over all the trades that I'm going to be taking to get to my first Apex Trader Funding payout. As you know from my previous videos, I have 5 Apex accounts. I'll be trading 1 account at a time to start out. So we are looking at the charts for today, looking for sells, and currently not really seeing anything that I will be taking quite yet. Going to wait till 9:30 market open, and then we'll see what we can get going from there. As of now, it looks kind of like it's consolidating in this range that you see here. So until something changes with that, I'm not really seeing anything that will be good for sells. The drawing from last night, this is what I would have liked to have happened. Kind of grab liquidity up here, and then we would be prepared for the sells, towards market open. But it looks like we're probably not going to get any good setups until the afternoon, just based on what I'm seeing right now. I guess we'll just have to see what happens moving forward. And a few things with this series. So I will be using Quantower as my trading platform. I'm sure you guys have seen this app a bit, but I actually have it set up in a way to where, and I'll show you, because I know in my last videos I've said you want to do a test trade. So let me show you. I'm just going to place a limit order just to make sure everything is going through correctly. As you guys know, limit orders do not execute until the price of the limit is hit. So if I place this, it won't actually put me in a trade. It will basically prep a trade for whenever it hits that price level. So let's just do a buy stop. And one thing that you guys notice is I'm using the multi-bracket order mode. Not too difficult to set up. You just click multi, set up your parameters. So I basically like to have, I've talked about this in my previous videos, so definitely go back and check those out. But you want to have that partial stop loss, partial take profit. So that's essentially all you're seeing here. I'm buying 2 contracts, and then if the contract goes down, or if my position goes down this much, I'm getting rid of 1 contract. Goes down this much, that's the last contract that I'd be getting rid of. Same thing for in profit. If it goes up a certain amount, I'm getting rid of 1 contract. And once again, goes up this much, getting rid of another one of the contracts that I'd be in. So this is just a way to ensure that the main reason is to mitigate the risk aspect. So on both sides. So that means, we're securing some profits if it's going our way, and we're definitely going to be cutting losses if it reaches a price point that I don't think is reasonable to continue holding full position size. So definitely take advantage of that, guys. This is the one thing that I was kind of missing as I transitioned over from CFDs and the Forex space. So utilize these multi-bracket orders if you can, because this is just one thing that makes the trading more automated so that there's less user error on my side. Definitely worth having on your charts here. And then just showing you guys the 5 accounts that I have here. And the last 2 months I haven't really traded at all. I've had these accounts for literally 2 months already. I've got the lifetime plan for all of them, and that was my goal, to be able to just trade, just have these prepared to where I always have the ability to get payouts, but to not be confined by a monthly payment to where I have to trade. We'll just have to see how this goes. I think this format will be good for my trading style. You guys will at least be able to see what I see and why I'm taking the trades that I'm taking. So hope you enjoy the series. We'll see what my first trade will be. Maybe it will be today. Today's Monday, July 22nd. Hoping to get at least 1 trade this week. So we will see. I do have a lot of stuff going on this week too, so we may be in the office when I do the trades, but either way I'll try to get them on camera. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you want to see how this series goes, see if I get that, or not if, see when I get that first payout. We'll go from there. So all right, peace out guys. What's up guys? Still at work right now. Just wanted to give you an example of why you want to make sure you're taking trades that are within your system and not jumping the gun. So in some alternate reality or in previous times, I might have taken this 30-minute closure in this range, expecting it to go further down. But I know that we need to respect what the higher time frames are doing, and we also need to respect that it's been able to go back and forth in this range all day. So this specific range is not really an execution point. There wouldn't really be a time where it'd be worth taking an execution when these candles are pretty much just up, down, up, down, up, down. Like they just keep basically oscillating between this resistance and this support. So, you know, it does look decent on the 30-minute, but when we look into what's gonna give us the best initial trade for this challenge, this definitely isn't something that I'm considering at all. So just a little tip for you guys, like if you're in a range like this is the reason that you don't take these trades. I could have taken this, got 12 pips, and then it would flipped, and it probably would be a loss. So that's why we don't take these, and also the RR isn't even good either. All right, guys, just another update as we are still at work right now, but so as you can see, and this is one reason that you want to have your projections on your charts before the day even starts. But as you can see, US30 actually did exactly what I was anticipating, but just not in the way that I needed it to if I was going to take a trade. So you'll see I drew the trend line here, and you can see earlier in the video I have not moved it at all. Pretty much taps exactly where I had my trend line, and that would have been where we would have taken trades, but unfortunately that was in the 9:30 a.m. candle. When I'm trading my actual full system, I don't really trade the 9:30 a.m. for evals and test accounts. I tend to do the 9:30 trade just because you can just pass an account in one go. But when I'm trading my live funds, I wait until I trade either before 9:30 a.m. up until about, I traded like from 7 to 8:30 a.m. if I see like perfect setups, or if there's not any news that would hinder those trades from working out for me. And then I'll usually wait until after 9:30, and I'll be trading that 10 a.m. candle. So for instance, this would usually be my first candle that I'd be trading after 9:30 a.m. But obviously, with the amount of movement in this 9:30 candle, there's not really any realistic stop loss that I could use here. You would usually at least want to have, you know, the previous candle as a stop loss, or if you have a good enough wick on the current candle. All right, just gotta call it work, guys. God damn it. We've reached the. All right, guys, just finished out the the call I was on at work. Oh man, that's kind of one perk too. If you have a job, it makes you have to look at the charts in the background. So I have my iPad here next to me as well. It has this, so I'm always passively looking at the charts when I'm on days that I'm trading. But like I was saying before, so the symbol, the US30 for today has been ranging. We did get that push down, but since I trade on the 30, there was actually never any point where we would have taken a trade today. It's easier for me to risk manage on higher time frames, especially, for instance, let's say this candle right here. If this one, instead of like spiking up like this, maintains structure on the 4-hour, then that would actually be my my trade idea, and that becomes your stop loss. So like the higher time frame stop losses tend to be more consistent. So in this case, let's say the current candle did not break the previous candle and started heading down, that would have given me a pretty good stop loss. But since it's doing what it's doing right now, there's not really any trades, like I said, and I think that might be the trade day, because we've got, oh my god, bro, I keep forgetting to fucking go into after call or whatever the fuck you go into to not get calls non-stop back to back. Holy shit. So anyways, before I was interrupted by another call, as you can see, once again, bro, I'm gonna keep saying it, this is why I did not take this trade today. Guys, if you're in a range, usually entering on the first candle outside the range can be a little bit sketchy depending on how the candle forms. And especially if you see that it's attempted to get out of the range and failed already before. So you'll see when we look at the 30-minute, this one tried to go up in the range, couldn't make it, rejected, close under the range, couldn't make it, close back in the range. So these are the days that you're probably just going to sit on your hands, especially since it's Monday. Absolutely zero news today. I'll show you here, right here. So there's no news today, not really anything, any catalyst that would cause this to go too far outside the range. And honestly, this is probably best case today. So essentially what will happen is we would like today to be the pullback before heading lower. That would be kind of the ideal situation here. And that would give us more room to run within this already created range. But if we head down today after everything that's happened, it actually might be more difficult to get a trade tomorrow, because I think I'm pretty much done today. I know it's only 10:39, but that's the one thing, like once you have oh shit, hold up. I gotta make sure I don't get a call immediately again. All right, this is gonna be the last update for the Monday trading session. Basically, I just wanted to reiterate what I've said like 15 times already. When whatever you're trading is ranging, it's really best to stay out. So we see, as I've continued to say, every time this goes out of the range, you'll get one candle that goes out of the range, and then it will try to retest this range. So in this case today, and you can even tell by the higher time frames, when you have a bunch of wicks outside of the range where it keeps closing in, that is usually a great indicator that you probably just want to stay out. Especially this 4-hour candle basically being very volatile. I call these kind of volatility candles when it breaks the highs and the lows of the previous candles. So that at that point, you don't know which direction it's going to go. So that is going to do it for me today, 11:26. That is where we're at. I'm pretty satisfied with the trading day. Didn't put myself into positions where, you know, my trading would be low probability. So we will catch you guys in the next video. Guys, welcome back. Day 2 of my trading journey, where I'm showing trading my funded accounts until I get a payout. And I actually did do my first trade. I apologize for not getting that on camera. I actually picked up a shift at work today since I was on vacation, so I switched with someone, and basically I just didn't have this shit set up yet. But I did in fact take this at 7:33, so pretty recently. And as of right now, as you can see, so I actually started the trade with 3 contracts, and then as I was up about 0.5% on the account, and that's when I decided to close 2 out of the 3 contracts using that same setup that you saw me initiate in the previous day. I had my quantity set to 3, and I set a sell limit, which made the bracket orders that I used for my trade. So that's the trade that's currently open. And I did have, keep in mind, I also had again, I do apologize for not having that recorded, because it would have been a little bit more helpful, but you can kind of see on TradingView what I did as well. So we basically waited for this 30-minute to close bearish. A lot of cases I would actually wait for the entire hourly to close bearish, but because of the kind of like an exhaustion wick to the top side, that's what made me determine that this candle was actually a decent entry candle. And the reason that I closed before my partial take profit, which is where I would normally have taken 2 out of the 3 contracts off, is that this is my first trade and I haven't traded in like 2 months. So I'm literally just trying to get a win. So I've already secured profit. I'm just going to let that one contract run, and I'll keep you guys posted. Probably just hold it for as long as I can. I'm just going to probably trail the stop. And this is the perk of having a set system, set strategy, to where I literally, during this trade, I just took a shower, was chilling, because I know I've got a partial stop loss, which means I'll lose less than what I'm planning on losing regardless of what I do. We take off, I would have shaved off 1 position here, and then the final position if it hit the final stop loss. So the final 2 contracts there. Obviously that didn't happen since we went the other way, but we basically just had the reverse scenario where we closed 2 contracts when I had about $250. I closed 2 contracts, And now the one contract could potentially make me as much as that first closure if I hold it and if I don't get stopped out here. So currently stops are at break even and we are just waiting to see what happens. The only reason I would probably be out of this trade is maybe if we get close to 930 and I'm still in it, but it seems like I may get wicked out just based on how these candles are forming. The next candle may tap into the area where my stop loss is and then go down, but ideal situation, it closes pretty much where it is, wicks up maybe to 4,500, and then from there continues down to give me more profit. All right, guys, hey, I'll keep you posted. This is definitely going to be the last trade of the day. As you guys know, when I'm trading my system on funded accounts, I only take one trade a day. For the evals, I mean, I'm just full sending, let's be honest. But funded, I'm straight up just doing it by the book as if I am running a business, which I am. So, all right, guys, peace out. So the next 30-minute candle just opened, and it looks like I may have survived top wick. Did I speak too soon? I'd be flipping again. Uh-oh. All right, guys, so that does it for that trade. I did get taken out with that top wick, like I was saying, on the new 30. It may continue down, but I'm fine with those gains to start out this brand new funded account. So end of the day up 150 on the account. Didn't really break into too much of my drawdown either, so that's definitely positive. Overall, very good day. The max that I could have seen out of this would have been about $300. But as you know, since it's the first trade, we try to play it safe and just secure profits. I think I did that pretty well. And then honestly, that runner, if I didn't get stopped out right there, I think the runner had good potential to make me a lot more in that trade. So I'm pretty satisfied with how I managed that. Right, so I just want to show you a perfect example of basically the movement playing out like you expect it to, but still being on the safe side and securing. So as I said, this candle with the cursor on it, that's the one that I entered on. And I was saying that the next candle would most likely make a top wick, possibly take me out, which it did, and then move back down. So, you know, you could get frustrated that it made the move that you were expecting and you're out of the trade, or you can acknowledge that that was your plan when you saw that there was a new candle forming. If it is a healthy candle, we'll call them healthy candles if they have, you know, top wick, bottom wick. Like even the one that I entered, you had the top wick and it even had a bottom wick, which would indicate that the next candle should most likely go down after creating a top wick. Exactly what happened, but you just need to make sure you're following the plan that you set forth. I did not have any plans for this trade to not have the runner at break even. So if I had the runner at, yeah, there just wouldn't be anyway. Like once I closed the first part of the trade, there's not really a point where I would let the runner go into drawdown. So that's pretty much what we ran into. The only way that I would have been able to make it to this point would have been if I held the initial trade, which also would have been risky because it came all the way back to my initial entry after this 30-minute candle. So I think I made the smartest choice in this circumstance, and moving forward, I'm definitely going to continue to do the same thing. So, all right, that is the last update for this video, guys. Appreciate you watching, and we will be back tomorrow or whenever I find a trade.